So you guys can see I did left jabs and right jabs. Next is me sitting like this again. This is what I do normally, I get facing that direction. Next to what I do after this, after what I just did, I'll work on the hip flexibility. See, the leg flexibility, I already have it. I don't need to stretch like other people do. What I always try to maintain a little more flexibility for myself is the hip flexibility. You know, because like, who is the most flexible martial arts YouTuber? Male martial arts YouTuber. Many will think it's me. I can do full splits. You guys have seen me do full split videos for hours. I wasn't intending on doing this right now, by the way. But I'm just showing it for this part of the video. So, full splits, there you go, guys. Okay? I can sit like this for 30 minutes if I want to. Point is this, who's the most flexible martial arts YouTuber? It is not me. You guys were expecting me to say me, no, it's not me. There is one YouTuber, martial arts YouTuber, Taekwondo guy, that has good kicking videos. I wouldn't say they're necessarily better than mine, but they're up to that level. He's up to like the best level in kicking. But he's naturally just more flexible than me. And by more flexible than me, I mean in the hips. Like this kid can, for example, put his leg like this, like all the way out to here, and then he can still drop his hips from this position all the way down to there. I've been working on this because before I couldn't even get close to it. See, now I'm getting close to it, but I'm not quite there yet. He can go like all the way down, but he's like double jointed. He can do some extreme things. I bring his leg all the way back here, and you could just tell that he's naturally very, very flexible. So I don't think I'll ever get as flexible as him. And if you guys want to know who that is, I'll link one of his videos up here, and I'll link one of the videos of his at the end. Because I cannot remember his name right now, unfortunately. That's not good. I'm just too busy with my own stuff right now that I can't remember his name. But this guy is the most flexible martial arts YouTuber. But there's when I want to see something new or get some new stretches going for myself, I watch him. But it's been a long time since I watched him, to be honest. With those stretches that I could have gotten from him, I already took away a lot from it. So back to my own stretching here. So I bring my knees apart like this, and I try to bring my feet apart like it this way too, because I also be doing squats this way, guys. I'll be squatting this way with weight. I'll be going all the way down to here. So I try to hold this position for a while, and I move back and forth. I go left and right, left and right. I even go back and forward like this, back and forward. If I get tired, I put my hands down a little bit. And by tired, I mean my quadriceps or my calves, not necessarily my hips. My hips are fine. And then I push with my elbows out like this so that I can rest the leg muscles a little bit, and I can also relax the hips and the gravity, push them down more than normal. Another hip stretch that's really good that I also do, I'm going to do it not facing this way. I hope you guys don't mind, but this is the best way to explain it. A lot of people do the frog stretch like this. This is another thing that I learned from that other guy's video. But if you guys want to give your hips a more intense stretch, put your feet out like this, like you're doing a squat right there. Now, if from here you go back and forth, just right there, I already feel it extremely in my hips, like extremely. And in the beginning when I did this, I couldn't really move at all. Once I moved my left feet like this, I couldn't really move my hips at all. So, this way. This is one of the harder stretches for me. So I always do this one. So after I do all of those, I start with my head movements. you guys a better angle to see this from. Okay, even though I said I wasn't going to do much talking, I might end up explaining anyways. There's an instructor in me, I guess. So now I'm turning my foot all the way this way, giving myself an extreme stretch in my hips. Now watch. From here, I will move my hips this way, and I will push out my buttocks out, and then I will push it in, kind of like a hip thrust. You see how my knees lifting? It's because I almost cannot keep it there. I'm gonna try to keep it there, but then it lifts anyway, see? And I'll do this a few times. So these are the stretches that I actually do feel. I feel this way more than the splits. That's why I do them before the splits, especially before the side splits. These help me a lot with the side splits, because with the side splits I do experience a lot of pain, especially when I put this leg in the front. So if you guys notice, I did only left leg, now I'm going to do right leg. This is a straight position, like a front kick position. Okay? Now when I turn it here slightly sideways, this is more of a roundhouse kick position. See here, bump, bump. Okay. What I'm doing here, move my foot left and right. Stretches that I don't do with the right leg, put me with the left side always. You guys notice I'm doing this slightly different with right, and that's because my right leg has, even though it's stronger and more accurate than my left, it has less flexibility. It's just a little bit less flexible, like maybe 5 to 10% less flexible than my left. So this means I have to do 5 to 10% more work with it than my left, which is just logical, right? I'm gonna do what I did earlier, put the leg this way, here, and then I'm gonna move my hip sideways. I have a harder time with this side, guys. this one, I tend to repeat this one several times with my right, because it really gives me like a real stretch in the hamstring. I'm gonna show you guys. This is probably one of the stretches that I hate the most because it hurts the most. So I'll put my heel on the ground like this, leaving my entire leg hanging. See the hang? It's completely straight now. I have a problem that my legs are really big, so if I put my legs completely on the ground, my leg is not completely stretched. So I'll use this here for leverage. Hold it straight, keep my entire body straight. And as much as I may hurt, I just bring my nose down to my knee. As far as I can. So to go past my knee. So I'm not going in the direction of my knee, I'm going in the direction of the ground. This way I can get myself to go past the knee. If I go towards the knee, right there I stop, see? I go past the knee. I try to go past it every time. And then I go past it to the other side. Again, I don't do this with left because with left this would be super easy. It's not necessary. Again, I'm showing you guys the way that I stretch for my own body. What am I doing now? Okay. It looks a little weird, but I'm here and I'm moving my hips all the way to the left and all the way to the right. Doing this angle left, right. I go up and down. Another reason why I do this is I'm going to do the axe kicks and a little bit of the non-telegraphic kicks. I turn my feet sideways as far as I can. Why do I turn them sideways? Because the more I turn them sideways, the more I feel it in my glutes. If I stand straight like this now, I'm really pushing with my glutes upwards and holding it at the lowest position that I can. But I am giving myself a little bit of help with my elbows. So I'm pushing with my elbows down. That's giving me a little bit of leverage. Makes it a little bit easier. Because the reason I'm holding this position is not necessarily for me to build my glutes now. It's more for me to stretch my hips so that later when I do squats, I can actually go this low and not have any problems. Sometimes I'll do this, I'll visualize that I have the weight on me here and I'll only go up and down like this. And I push outwards with my knees when I go up. Okay, that'll really work out the glutes. Just like this. Position. Okay. Enough. The next thing I'll do, let me see, it's been 31 minutes, yes. After half an hour of stretching, I grab my coffee and I have a few sips. This is always what I do, and I usually do it while forgetting full splits. So I'll take a 1 to 2 minute break like this in splits. Yeah, I don't need to do like hamstring stretches like for splits. Like if you see the hamstring stretches that I'm doing are all straight because I'm doing them for the side splits. I don't really do many stretches to achieve this splits. I can do this without stretching if I want. I can do this. This is like one of the easiest things for me to do. Is this position of splits. So what I do is I just rest in this position, believe it or not. This is my resting position. But most of the people cannot even achieve the full splits. This is how I rest. Always, when I'm training too, or teaching, doesn't matter. This is how I take my breaks. And another thing I do is I always train fasted in the morning. When I train in the morning, I never train with the meal in my stomach. All I have in my stomach is water and black coffee. I do put creatine in it, but I didn't today. Normally I do, I just forgot today. But normally I put creatine in this motherfucker. So when I say I do an hour of stretching, I'm actually doing a full hour of stretching. Because even when I'm resting, I'm fucking stretching. Not like David Goggins that he just makes up stories that he does 3 hours of stretching. He doesn't, okay? I'm gonna show this day, today, what 3 hours of stretching looks like. I'm gonna do an hour now, I'm gonna do an hour in the evening, and an hour at night. Okay? I do prove what I say, not like you, David Goggins. The next stretches that I'll do are going to be focused more on my back, my lower back. Even though it may look like I'm focusing on my hamstrings, I'm actually focusing on my back. Just keep that in mind. Until I say otherwise, everything I'm doing right now is focused on stretching my lower back, which comes together with the hamstrings. So yeah. My back as good as possible. I kind of house Bakker on man, that's what I forgot. Just keep it as straight as possible. Go to the left and right. I'm gonna keep my entire leg straight. Don't get me wrong, I definitely feel this in the hamstring a little bit because you can stretch the hamstring like this. My point is that it doesn't really stretch me out really. Like, I feel the splits a little bit more than this or almost the same, so I'm really focused more on the back, the lower back. Like when I turn this one, I'm focusing on stretching the right side of my lower back this way. And then the other side. So I turn my hips to the right, to the left. This angle you guys can probably see it better. I'll go back all the way like this, and then turn the hips this way and that way. Another thing I'll do, watch my feet. I'll bring them straight, and open them up slightly, and then more. And more. And I put them together. Then I put one on top of the other. The other one. Then I'll go right with it, left with it, switch, left, right. Another thing I'll do is I'll do the splits going upwards. And again, I'm focusing on my lower back. And again, I'm still focusing on hips. You guys see me doing splits up and down like that. It's not really making my legs more flexible, even though some might think that. I'm just focusing on stretching out the hips. like, this is why I do all that hip mobility, so I can do these kind of kicks. I haven't moved this foot once. Hey. Bye. 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 Now left. See the hip? The hip movement. If I play with the hip movement all the time, I'll do this. Higher. Mountain head level. Let's go mountain head level. It may look higher than what it is, but it's a mountain head level. Now, the next kicks that I'm gonna do, I'm actually doing them as a preparation for my side splits. I'll repeat that one more time. The next kicks I'm about to do, I'm gonna do it as preparation for my side splits. So not this splits going this way, splits going that way. Those are the most difficult for me. So this is why I do the kicks first, which are axe kicks. I do front axe kick, out to in axe kick, into out axe kick. So I do them with both legs. And I really feel out my body. So I may do a particular one more with my right than my left. And this is just me feeling out my body. I'm not really setting a particular number, except for in the very beginning. Then I am doing, like, let's say 5 of each with each leg, or 10, depending on what I feel like doing right now in a minute. Usually I'll start the first ones bending my knee. So I'll start by bending my knee and then stretching and then bringing it down. So bending my knee, stretching, and then bending it down until I feel like my right hamstring is really well stretched, and then I'll start doing it with the leg straight and trying to reach my chest with it. I start with right again, guys, because with right is more difficult for me. So I start with the hard leg first. Then I'll rest enough that I will start with left when I'm well rested. So I'll rest the splits and drink more coffee in a minute once I finish with right. So you guys know what I'm about to do right now. This is the part I hate the most about kicking, by the way. This is the kick I hate doing the most because it's the most painful, and it's the one I like doing the least. So here we go. Doesn't mean that I don't like doing it. I do like doing it. I just like doing it the least. I didn't say I didn't like it. I just like it the least. With all honesty, yesterday I came to the gym and I did these exact same exercises, so it actually feels a little loosened up. So now I'm gonna go with the straight ones. So you guys see also on this side, I'm not moving the front foot. Even with this kick, watch. I'm gonna back up a little so you guys can see my whole body. Okay, now I'm gonna go out to in. So this stretches the leg out, it completely one different way. Bringing it back without touching the ground. See? It's still here, almost off my balance there. Touching my chest nicely. You guys this angle. See? Touching here. I'm gonna go into out. Time. So many times, right after doing right like this, I will keep on going and go with the same leg, straight, out to in, into out, like that's one set. And again, bam, 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 like 3 times, one set. I'll do like 5 of those. I didn't do them now because talking to you guys also takes energy. So, and I don't feel like it's necessary for this leg right now at this moment. I will do that after I finish left. I will do both legs. I will do it afterwards. It's just things that I normally do a little different. Also, when I go in splits, usually I just grab my phone and go on my phone for like 2 minutes. So I do exactly what I'm doing now. The only difference is I'll be grabbing the phone, which instead right now is recording for you guys to see. Left is super easy for me, so I'll be done with it a lot quicker than with right. See how much easier the left is for me than the right. And then I usually do this again. I'll go back to this position because now I'm gonna mix them up. I'm gonna do all 3 kicks with both legs mixed up. So I'm gonna go right, 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 then left, left, left. So straight axe kick, out to in, to out with right, and then straight axe kick, out to in, into out with left, right, left. So I already did this individually with both legs. Now I'm gonna mix up the combos of these 3. And I'm not gonna necessarily go in that order. I'm gonna start with that order, but the order will get mixed up as I keep on kicking, depending on how my legs feel, depending on how I feel that I want them stretched. now comes the good stuff. Now I've stretched my legs extremely well prepared for the stretch that hurts me the most, which is the side splits with the right leg going in this direction. So right leg up front. This is the most difficult stretch for me. It always has been. You guys want to know why? Because it was the last stretch I learned. The front splits, I taught myself how to do it. My mother helped me a little bit with that. She just gave me some information of how to get myself to do it, and then I just started doing it. But the side splits towards the left side, I started teaching myself that one when Time Cop came out, only because Van Damme did it on the damn kitchen. And I started doing it with the left leg up front because that's how Van Damme did it in the movie. So and I only did it on that side. I kind of had the Viking Samurai mentality when I was a kid, but you know, you grow out of that when you train. And then the right leg up front splits. That one I learned when I was about to get my black belt. So I wasn't even black belt yet when I started to actually have my instructors push me with this one. And I can do it, but it always stayed less flexible and it always hurt a lot. So when I'm down there, I have extreme pain. I can barely hold it for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. It's like I have extreme pain. With the left, I can hold it way longer. I can bring my head towards my knee and I don't feel like I'm about to break myself. So let's do this. Here we go. Welcome to hell. That bullshit Scott Atkins says about not hurting yourself when you stretch is stupid. Like in Samurai saying, look at me hurt myself. Stretching hurts. Get over it. It will hurt. This will always hurt. Doesn't mean you shouldn't fucking hurt yourself. Yeah, that's my limit. See, like I'm already feeling like I'm breaking myself if I stay there any longer. So I will relax my muscles and I will repeat and do it again. At least 2 more times, maybe 3. And here we go. Now I am stretching the hamstring. Okay, 2 more. 2 more. So you guys see me do axe kicks with right before the side splits, and then axe kicks again with right after I did the side splits. Now I'm gonna go with left. With left I don't need to do all that because I can just do the splits with left. Here we go. I'll only do 2 sets with left. It's not necessary to do 4. I already held it down there as long as I held it with the right 4 times. So this is the difference, see, between one side and the other. And after all that stretching, now at exactly 58 minutes, now is my time to do the normal splits, which is the easiest stretch for me. This is how I will rest my last 2 minutes before I actually do my weight training. Time for the weight training. So I'm gonna be doing squats mixed up with hip thrusts. Hip thrust machines over there. I have 50 kilos on this set, that's 100. 54, 55, that's 110 plus 20, 130 kilos. I'm gonna be doing this hip thrust. And with the squat, I do a little bit less. I do 20 kilos on each set plus a bar that's 60 kilos. But I do proper form and I go really deep on the squat. I'm gonna show you guys how I squat exactly. I always do this stretch before I start squatting. The hip stuff, guys. Let's one more time before I start all this stuff. Now we're ready to go. Up and down in the water. Put the bar in a bit. Oh, here we go. So feet out. If you guys can see my feet, this is why I put it low so you guys can actually see my feet. Now let's go over to the hip thrust machine.